So what's stopping you? What's keeping you from going at it all out, from running with abandon toward your goal? What are you afraid of? There are two massive forces competing for control of the mind, fear and faith. But of the two, faith is the stronger, much stronger. The most foolproof method for ridding yourself of doubts and fears is to cancel them out with faith. And faith is not merely a temporary pain reliever, it's the cure, the only cure for fear. A young mother once wrote to me about her experience with fear and faith. This woman lived on the bank of a deep and swift-moving stream, but despite this, she had a terrible fear of the water. She'd never learned to swim and avoided the water as much as possible. One day, she was watching her 3 small children in the backyard when her youngest, a 3-year-old, came in muddy from playing. She changed the girls' clothes with one hand because the other hand had been hurt in an accident and would be useless for weeks. She sent her out again to play with her brothers and sisters, and when she went to check on the children later, she discovered that Janie was missing. The boys and girls told her she'd gone to the creek. The woman raced to the water, and there, in a quiet eddy between the twisting current racing to a waterfall and the safety of the bank, she spotted a dot of orange, her baby, drifting as though asleep. The woman screamed a prayer to the Lord for help and plunged in. She couldn't touch bottom in the freezing, churning water, and again prayed for help. She grasped a few marsh roots with one hand and finally made her way to the child. Then, with her other hand, the useless one, she grabbed the still child and hurled her up on the bank. The little girl slid back into the water. Again, the mother hurled the child up. This time, the landing was secure, and she heard the welcome sounds of a gasp and a whimper, and finally a wail. The child began breathing again as the woman dragged herself out. Not until now did her hand feel any pain, or did she realize what she had done. Surely we've all heard stories like this. A moment of crisis and a loved one's life is at stake. An ordinary person suddenly discovers a power within, a power greater than fear. I call this the adrenaline of faith, a powerful shot of faith that bursts out and eliminates fear completely. If the human mind reacts in this manner under crisis, why can't it be trained to do equally incredible things without the crisis element in the routine circumstances of everyday life? But the mind can be trained. It can indeed. And how? By practice. By practicing faith rather than fear until the faith reaction becomes habitual. We just have to change our thoughts and think that we can do something. Don't let your fears push you around. Be determined, stand up to them, and deny them the power to dominate you, even in the less than dramatic lives that most of us live. Then in your own way, you will perform amazingly.